Tonight for dinner, we are having a grandkid-friendly meal. I have made a cheeseburger and french fry casserole here. I've just cooked up a couple pounds of hamburger, used some golden mushroom soup and sour cream and cheddar cheese, and then topped it with some french fries and cooked that up. My grandkids are young and like to keep things simple and like to have their favorites. So I know they like hamburger and I know they like french fries, and we'll serve this up with some ketchup and green beans. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on a plate and show you what it looks like. Okay, so here is our cheeseburger and french fry casserole all served up with green beans. I'm going to go ahead and give this a try. Here we've got a bite and I'll dunk it in a little ketchup. Okay. And that is a very tasty meal. I'm sure the grandkids will really enjoy this tonight. A fun and easy dinner tonight. So that is dinner tonight, cheeseburger and french fry casserole with green beans. Tonight for dinner, I have made a big pot of chicken vegetable soup. I just started with my basic chicken soup recipe, which includes chicken, chicken broth, some seasonings like Italian seasonings, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Also, a bunch of celery, a couple of onions, and some sliced carrots. And then to that, I added a full bag of chopped broccoli and a bag of frozen mixed vegetables. So we have a chicken soup tonight that is chocked full of veggies and I think will be really delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and serve up a bowl of chicken vegetable soup for dinner. So here's our chicken vegetable soup all served up for dinner. To the top of the soup, I've added some shredded Parmesan cheese here. I love a little bit of shredded Parmesan cheese in my soup. It adds a really nice flavor. Also, sometimes we like to add a few dashes of hot sauce or a couple of chopped up jalapenos if we want it a little bit more spicy. Tonight, I'm going to just enjoy it like this with a little bit of Parmesan cheese on the top of this big bowl of chicken vegetable soup. This made a huge batch of soup and we will have plenty of leftovers for tomorrow's lunch and dinner. Tonight we're having leftover chicken soup, but I'm going to revamp it a little bit by adding some green chilies. To each bowl I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of green chilies. And I'm going to drizzle in some heavy whipping cream. Just like so, maybe a little bit more there. And I'll get that all stirred together. And now we'll go ahead and warm this up in the microwave. And we have a revamped leftover chicken soup for dinner that I've turned into a creamy green chili chicken soup. And this is just a delicious way to refresh your leftover soup. Just give it a little bit of a different flavor. So that is our dinner tonight, creamy green chili chicken soup. Tonight for dinner, we are having a tri-tip that we picked up at the grocery store today. So I'm going to go ahead now and get this over to the kitchen. I'm going to brown it up and get it cooking in the oven. I always like to sear it on all sides, and then I put in a little tiny bit of water into the bottom of a pan, cover it with foil, and bake it at 300 for at least 3 hours, sometimes even 4. If I'm going to do it 4 hours, I usually turn it down a little bit more and just let that cook low and slow. Tonight we're going to keep it simple. I'm going to serve it with some California blend veggies, the broccoli, carrots, and cauliflower, and a chopped salad. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this over to my pan in the kitchen and I'll show you how I brown it up. Here you can see the fat side of this tri-tip. This is untrimmed. So I do like to leave some fat on it. It helps keep it nice and moist. But I am going to go along with my knife and cut off a portion of it. Just a little too thick of a layer of fat, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that off while I get it browning. So I have trimmed some of the fat here. I took off a pretty good chunk here. There's still some left here. I'm going to go ahead and leave the rest of that on just because it helps it stay moist while it cooks. So I'll get this all browned up. I just like to use my tongs to flip it around. I even like to get a little sear on the edges. So I'll just keep this turning around until we get it nice and brown. I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll get it fat side up into a baking pan and covered with foil. You can hear the loud sizzle here, but I thought I would share with you the one side is browned here. I will probably put it back in and get a little more color on this side. And sometimes I even like to get it a little darker than this here. And again, I will turn this even on the sides here and try to get as much of this seared as possible. Okay, my tri-tip is all nice and browned here. I've got the fat side up in my baking pan. Going to give it a little bit of salt and pepper here. And now I'll go ahead and get this covered with foil and in my oven at 300 degrees. And again, I'll cook this for between 3 and 4 hours. I also like to make sure and check the internal temperature to make sure it's fully cooked. That is all there is to cooking a tri-tip. It has been 3 hours and my tri-tip is done. It is cooked all the way through and smells absolutely delicious. I'm going to go ahead and let this rest a bit while we cook up our vegetables and we make our chopped salad kit. Again, I'm keeping it nice and simple. We're just going to have meat with a salad and veggies. My husband is going to go ahead and carve this up. He likes to carve it up. He does a really good job. I'm going to get the salad and veggies together, and then I'll share what our dinner plate looks like tonight. So that's tonight's dinner, a delicious and easy tri-tip dinner with salad and veggies. Here is our tri-tip dinner all served up. You can see some nice slices of delicious tri-tip. I've served that with some broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots blend of mixed veggies and a salad here and a little bit of horseradish sauce on the side. So that is our dinner tonight. I'm really looking forward to this dinner. It's one of our favorites. Tonight for dinner, we're having a sweet teriyaki pork tenderloin. I'm going to go ahead now and get this unwrapped and in a baking dish. I'm just going to go ahead and cook this in the oven. Just bake this in the oven until it's done. And I'll serve with this some salad as well as some mixed veggies. So I'm going to go ahead and get this in the oven and I'll come back when it's done and show you how our dinner looks tonight. My teriyaki pork tenderloin is out of the oven. I'm going to go ahead now and get this sliced up and served along with some vegetables and salad. This took 1 hour to cook at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And here's our dinner tonight, all served up. Our sweet teriyaki pork tenderloin, a chopped salad, and some veggies. I'm excited for this dinner tonight. It looks really good. I love all the veggies on the plate. I sampled a little bit of the sweet teriyaki pork tenderloin, and it's delicious. So that is our dinner tonight. Tonight for dinner, I've made a taco salad from last night's family dinner, make your own taco night. I always put out seasoned taco meat, black beans, refried beans, black olives, cheese, corn, green onions. I've got some peach pineapple salsa here and sour cream. And I've put that all on a bit of lettuce and served that alongside of a few chips there, a few tortilla chips. So that's tonight's dinner, leftovers from our taco night. I absolutely love making taco salad. It's one of my favorite things to eat. And it's also nice to have leftovers to be able to make another easy dinner the next night. So that's our dinner tonight, taco salad. Tonight for dinner, we are having our cheeseburger cauliflower rice bake. It's one of my favorite quick meals. It's just a bag of cauliflower rice, a pound of hamburger, and some cheese. I cook up the hamburger, I cook up the cauliflower rice and mix it together with some cheese, put it in a baking pan, and bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes. And we're having it with some veggies. So here is our dinner all served up. A nice square of our cheeseburger cauliflower rice bake and veggies served with some Primal Kitchen ketchup. This dinner is really, really simple to make and always delicious.